Good evening, folks. Episode 103. Who would have thought? It's gathering momentum, and we're heading into the second century of episodes. And this evening, we've got a good few birthday mentions, and also Phil Coulter, one of the great Irish composers of our time, has turned 80 years of age today. And Kathleen is mad about him.
Oh, yeah.
Mad about his music. I think you like him as well.
Yeah, he's so
a really nice man, and he's seen a lot in his life, and wrote fantastic songs, and I love singing his songs. There's a good few. There's another one I just thought of there, Kathleen. We played Some Other Night, The Old Man. I forgot about that one. It's another great song.
Great one.
And great composer, and we're very proud of him here in Ireland. He's a national treasure. And so we'll sing happy birthday to him later on, Kathleen. Is that okay?
Of course.
And I better sing happy birthday to my older sister, Anne. Her birthday is today. And I know she likes the next song, written by Tommy Makem. It's a beautiful song he wrote on a plane journey, not sure which direction, back around 1970, I think, called The Land I Love So Well. And inviting you folks to come and visit us in Ireland if you're not here and living here already. And I think, you know, with air travel opening back up again, even ourselves, Kathleen, we're getting a bit excited about trying to get across the different places the next while. And this one's called The Land I Love So Well. Come with me and I'll take you to the land of my fathers, where wild heather and mountains look out to the sea. You will find hearts as kind as the soft winds of summer, and a warm welcome waiting for you and for me. In that land of song and story, in that land where legends dwell, in that land enshrined in glory, in that land I love so well. Let your feet walk the fields where the heroes have battled for glory and honor and freedom and right, where the birds sing the praises of men who were gallant, the first to take flight and the last to take flight. In that land of song and story, in that land where legends dwell, in that land enshrined in glory, in that land I love so well. You can roam the sweet meadows when the flowers are all blooming, or fish the bright waters, forgetting all your cares. You can sing with the lark when she welcomes the morning, or hunt for the pheasant, the fox and the hare. In that land of song and story, in that land where legends dwell, in that land enshrined in glory, in that land I love so well. When your bones they are weary, your mind is uneasy, the struggle with life, it is taking its toll. Come with me to a green land of laughter and legend. There's rest for the body and peace for the soul. In that land of song and story, in that land where legends dwell, in that land enshrined in glory, in that land I love so well. In that land of song and story, in that land where legends dwell, in that land enshrined in glory, in that land I love so well. In that land I love so well. Especially for Anne, my sister, and we'll sing happy birthday to her now. Birthday is a special time. It only happens to most of us once a year. Unless you're born in a leap year, officially you've only a birthday every 4 years. Did you know that, Kathleen?
I think I'll get
Use this
sorry.
information. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anne. Happy birthday to you. Have a great one, Anne, and see you soon, maybe tomorrow. And okay, the next one is I'm going to send it out to Nigel Fitzel up there in the north coast of Kerry, where the Cliffs of Dooneen are. You can see across the Shannon estuary, you can see the Clare coast and the hills of West Clare. You may travel far, far from your own native home, far away o'er the mountains, far away o'er the foam. But of all the fine places that I've ever seen, there is none to compare with the Cliffs of Dooneen. It's a nice place to be on the fine summer's day, watching all the wild flowers that ne'er do decay. Oh, the hare and lofty pheasant are plain to be seen, making homes for their young round the Cliffs of Dooneen. Take a view o'er the mountains, find the sights you'll see there. You'll see the high rocking mountains on the west coast of Clare. Oh, the towns of Kilkee and Kilrush can be seen from the high rocky slopes round the Cliffs of Dooneen. Fare thee well to Dooneen, fare thee well for a while, and to all the kind people I'm leaving behind, to the streams and the meadows where late I have been, and the high rocky slopes round the Cliffs of Dooneen. You may travel far, far from your own native home, far away o'er the mountains, far away o'er the foam. But of all the fine places that I've ever seen, and the high rocky slopes round the Cliffs of Dooneen. Great song. I love that song. I think you do too, Kathleen.
Yeah, it's a good one.
New song I love singing for some reason called Going Down the Road. I think you like it as well, Kathleen. And we just picked it off the list today. I haven't sang it in a while, so hopefully I'll get it together. And very easy chorus. It goes do 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 do. You'll pick it up as we go along. And learn this from the singing of the great Stan Rogers, and the Canadian folk singer that we lost at a very young age. Everyone I've introduced to Stan's music come back and thank me. So when you get a chance, look him up, Stan Rogers, Rogers. And this one was written by a lady called Mary McCaslin. Sun is rising high, burning into the day. I will say goodbye, I'll be going away. Push away my doubts, what tomorrow will hold. Feeling fine for now, going down the road. To a city to sing of the birds in spring, about the mountains in the spring, and the rivers of rain, the rocky deep pass, and the puppies and ponies running through the grass, going down the road. Here's your part. Do 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 do. Do do do, do 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 do, do 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 do, do 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 do, do 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 do. In the darkness they sit and they holler for more. White smoke in a wisp from here to the door. Their admission they paid for the stories they're told. Feeling better for now, going down the road. Heavy rain at my back, lazy meadows ahead. In my book I keep track of the promises said. The songs in the town that tomorrow will hold. Feeling better for now, going down the road. Together. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, do 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 do, do 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 do. Sun is rising high, burning into the day. I will say goodbye, I'll be going away. Brush away my doubts, what tomorrow will hold. Feeling fine for now, going down the road. Last time. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I know you want to do it again, don't you? Do 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 do. Can't you? Do 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 do. Can you hear him, Kathleen?
Nope.
Do 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 do. Louder. Do 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 do. Don't mind who's around you. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. fall asleep with me. Okay. Another birthday boy, Kathleen. Barry
Yes.
Andrews. All the way from beautiful Bantry.
And he's looking in.
He's looking in. Good man, Barry. We had Barry at our last session in the Shebeen. Not the last one. The last one we were at. It's not going to be the last one.
Nope.
There's going to be several more. And Barry is a great singer himself. He sings the next song, and a beautiful song called Voyage. And it's Barry's birthday, as I mentioned. So we'll dedicate this to you, Barry. Written by the great Johnny Doohan. It could apply to many situations or occasions. And here goes. Happy birthday to you, Barry. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Barry. Happy birthday to you. Hope you had a great day, Barry. I hope to see you very shortly again. And the session was great the last night, Kathleen, wasn't it?
Oh, it was excellent.
And Barry's 3 generations of Barry's family, himself, his daughter, and her daughter. So we had Barry, Michelle, and I keep mixed Darcy in it.
Darcy, yeah. You got
I'm
it.
afraid I used the wrong word before. I'll try not again. I'm very bad with names, Kathleen, okay?
You're fairly bad.
I'm a sailor, you're my first mate. We signed on together, we coupled our fate. Hauled up our anchor, determined not to fail. For the heart's treasure, together set sail. With no maps to guide us, we steered our own course. Rode out the storms when the winds were gale force. We sat out the doldrums in patience and hope, working together we learned how to cope. Life is an ocean, love is a boat in troubled waters that keeps us afloat. When we started a voyage, there was just me and you. So now, gathered round us, we have our own Together we're in this relationship. We built it with care for it to last the whole trip. True destinations not marked on any charts. We're navigating to the shores of the heart. Life is an ocean and love is a boat in troubled waters that keeps us afloat. When we started a voyage, there was just me and you. Now gathered round us, we have our own crew. Let's go again. Life is an ocean and love is a boat in troubled waters that keeps us afloat. When we started a voyage, there was just me and you. Now have her own crew. Especially for you, Barry, and I think you're under the weather a bit at the moment, so get well soon. And you're hardy West Cork man, so there's no fear of you. And also send it out, the song, to Garrod and Claire. And Garrod Cronin, this song is played at lots of occasions, as I mentioned, and this was played at their wedding last September. And Kathleen got to go to an American wedding because of it, down there in Pennsylvania, near Bethlehem and Nazareth, halfway between. That's where the wedding took place. Thanks to Martin Guitars, indirectly.
True.
That's how we befriended our friends John and help me, Kathleen. Little Catherine.
Catherine, yeah.
Catherine Little. And also big hello to Tom Kennedy, our New England hosts, and his beautiful wife Patty and the family. And I know he likes that song, and he sings a great version himself as well. And I can't wait to see you. And big hello to Richard Meredith. And it was great to see you, Richard, during the week over there in UK. Fantastic. Hopefully we'll see each other more often. I could be annoying you more in the future, Richard. And all you got to do is ask me, and I'll be over in a heartbeat. Kathleen, you can come too, okay?
Oh, that's okay.
Hope you're enjoying yourself, Richard. I think I know where you are. But say no more. Have a good one. Okay, I'm going to do a song with the bouzouki next, for a little bit of fun. And this is a song that was also requested by Jan Downs, When the Boys Come Rolling Home. And this one was actually written by Tommy Sands. Did you know that, Kathleen?
Yes.
And Tommy happens to be Mary Park's brother. I'll give it a go. I always will remember well the day we went away, sailing out of Dublin in the morning. Our hopes were on tomorrow, and we kissed the girls farewell, and our dreams were on the day of our returning. There'll be dancing, romancing, and nevermore we'll roam. There'll be rolling in the hay, there'll be whiskey in the tea, when the boys come rolling home. We safely reached the other side in New York City Fair, in spite of wind and rain and stormy weather. We all sat down and drank a glass and wished each other well, and we said that we'd be going back together. There'll be dancing, romancing, nevermore we'll roam. There'll be rolling in the hay, there'll be whiskey in the tea, when the boys come rolling home. Del went up to Boston, and Sam to Buffalo, and Pat went out as far as California. I used to get the letters then, but that was long ago, and they always spoke of Ireland and returning. Together, they'll be dancing, romancing, nevermore we'll roll. They'll be rolling in the hay, there'll be whiskey in the tea, when the boys come rolling home. Well, I'm well over 80 now, me grandson's by me bed, and here I am in Chicago and still scheming. He says he'll take me back again to rest my weary head, and I leave him with a legacy of dreaming. Oh, to be dancing, romancing, and nevermore we'll roll. They'll be rolling in the hay, there'll be whiskey in the tea, when the boys come rolling home. One more time. They'll be dancing, sing romance, and evermore we'll roll. To be rolling in the hay, there'll be whiskey in the tea, when the boys come rolling home. They'll be rolling in the hay, there'll be whiskey in the tea, when the boys come rolling home. Here we go. Great song. And my good friend Sean Cannon, originally with the Dubliners, well, the Gaels before the Dubliners, and now with the Dublin Legends, he does a fantastic version of that song. I love Sean's singing, and that was for Jan Downs. And Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears, I'm going to do next, Kathleen, for Michelle, whose birthday was yesterday.
Barry's daughter.
That's Barry Andrew's daughter, just a day apart, and Darcy's mom. And here's a song, I sang a song for Barry that Barry sings himself. Here's a song that Michelle sings called Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears. And as we're on the subject of Tommy Sands, she does a great version of There Were Roses, one of my favourite songs
One of mine
ever.
too. Absolutely.
I'm going to have to try and do a wordy version eventually. A Song of Peace is There Were Roses. But in the meantime, this is going to be about Annie Moore from Ireland. She was just 16 years old, and she was the first person to cross the threshold of Ellis Island, and the first passenger, or first immigrant, I suppose you'd say. I have to try and get the key for this from Kathleen. You said to me earlier when you hadn't time to get my keys right.
You won't listen to me, will you?
On the first day of January 1892, they opened Ellis Island and let the people through. The first to cross the threshold to the land of hope and dreams was Annie Moore from Ireland, who was only 16 years, 15 maybe. Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears, Isle of Freedom, Isle of Fears, but it's not the isle you left behind, but Isle of Hunger, Isle of Pain, Isle you'll never see again, but the Isle of Home is always on your mind. In a little bag she carried all her past and history, and her dreams for the future in the land of liberty. And courage is your passport when your old world disappears, but there's no future in the past when you're only 15 years. It's 15. Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears, Isle of Freedom, Isle of Fears, but it's not the isle you left behind, but Isle of Hunger, Isle of Pain, Isle you'll never see again, but the Isle of Home is always on your mind. When they closed down Ellis Island in 1943, 17 million people had come there for sanctuary. And in springtime when I came here and I stepped onto its pier, I thought of how it must have been when you're only 15 years. Isle of Hope, by the fears, but it's not the isle you left behind. But I love hunger, I love pain, I'll you'll never see again. But the Isle of Home is always on your mind. I love hope, I love tears, I love freedom, I love fears, but it's not the Isle you left behind. I love hunger, I love pain, I'll you'll never see again. But the Isle of Home is always on your mind. But the Isle of Home is always on your mind. That's especially for you, Michelle. And okay, mention Phil Coulter. We better do one of his songs, Kathleen, yeah?
Absolutely.
And Bloody Sunday, the anniversary of Bloody Sunday, 50th anniversary, was only a couple of weeks ago, and I resurrected this old song written by Phil, and it was written before. It was written in 1971, I think. Called Free the People, and because internment without trial was introduced in Northern Ireland during the Troubles, and you can understand the situation that brought about. Free the people, let them have their say. Free the people, let them see the light of day. A dismal dawn was breaking when they took her man away, not knowing what was his crime. Just what he was guilty of, not one of them could say, but they'll think of something in time. He says goodbye and remember, we shall overcome. Free people, let them have their say. Free the people, let them see the light of day. Comforting her children, softly crying in the night, she tries very hard to explain. You know your daddy never did a thing that wasn't right, so soon he's bound to be home again. He is a good man, and he shall overcome. Free the people, let them have their say. Free the people, let them see the light of day. A dismal dawn was breaking when they took her man away, not knowing what was his crime. Just what he was guilty of, not one of them could say, but they'll think of something in time. He says goodbye and remember, we shall overcome. Free the people, let them have their say. Free the people, let them see the light of day. Free the people, let them have their say. Free the people, let them see the light of day. From the pen of Phil Coulter, great song, and and brought to our ears, of course, by Luke Kelly and the Dubliners. Do you think we can slot it in here, Kathleen? Yeah?
I would think so, yes.
Okay.
We should
Here's
start.
another song from the pen of Phil Coulter. I mentioned it earlier. And I sent this one out to Liz Armstrong up there in Dublin. And beautiful song you wrote. There's differing references. One is he wrote it about the Fury Brothers' father, and other references say he wrote it about his own father. But anyway, father is a special person, or should be in anyone's life, I suppose. And as I mentioned before, my father was 52 years older than I am, and then I 52 years old when I was born. Get it together, Patrick. So anyway, I'll try this key. The tears have all been shed now. We said our last goodbye. His soul's been blessed. He's laid to rest, and it's now I feel alone. He was more than just a father, a teacher, my best friend. But he'll still be heard in the tunes we shared when we played them on our own. Oh, I never will forget him, for he made me what I am. And though he may be gone, memories linger on, and I miss him, my old man. As a boy, he'd take me walking by mountain, field and stream, and he'd show me things not known to kings, and secrets between him and me, like the colours of the pheasant as he rises in the dawn, and how to fish and make a wish beside the holy tree. Oh, I never will forget him, for he made me what I am. Though he may be gone, memories linger on, and I miss him, my old man. I thought he'd live forever. He seemed so big and strong, but the minutes fly and the years roll by for a father and a son. Suddenly, when it happened, there was so much left unsaid. No second chance to tell him thanks for everything he's done. Oh, I never will forget him, though he made me what I am. Though he may be gone, memories linger on, and I miss him, the old man. Though he may be gone, memories linger on, and I miss him, my old man. great song. Okay, next song I'm going to send out to Nora O'Shea and Kathleen Flynn. Just befriended them, I suppose, Kathleen, the last
Of course.
year or so.
Yeah, that's maybe
Her daughter
streaming
Emma,
yeah.
and Emma is a qualified beautician, and she meet a lot of people, even during COVID, and through the streams, and eventually we met them in person. And it's amazing how friendships evolve or get going, as they say. Here's a song that Nora suggested I'd sing, and I'm trying to get to grips with it. I don't just sing songs for the sake of singing songs. I try and do as good a version as I can. And this song is from the repertoire of Sean Kane and written by Johnny Broderick. And it's a lovely song about a man that spans several generations, as a matter of fact, maybe 5. So it's about a young grandson asking his father to paint him a picture of Ireland. He's across the seas away from Ireland, both the grandfather and the grandson. And then when the grandson is passing away in his bed, he's got his grandchildren surrounding him, and he's telling them about the picture behind his head in the bedroom, and where it came from, and passed on through the generations. And it's called Paint Me a Picture of Ireland. Paint me a picture of Ireland, Kathleen. It's a hard enough thing to do.
Yeah.
There's lots of beautiful places. I'm not sure where. We'll have to find that picture, Nora. We want to see what it looks like. We'll ask Johnny for a copy of the picture. An old man stood at a canvas, deciding what he'd paint that day, when he was found by his grandson, who was on a brief holiday. The old man, he was distracted at the young boy's request on that day, as tears welled up inside him when he heard his grandson say, paint me a picture of Ireland, of things you remember the most, its mountains and its valleys, its islands and its coast. Paint me a picture of Ireland, of things that your memory still holds, something to show my grandchildren, a glimpse of the green, white and gold. The old man, he had left Ireland when the famine was still in its prime, leaving a dying people to survive in the race against time. He landed like millions of others in a country that opened its doors. He never forgot his homestead and shared stories of family and more. Paint me a picture of Ireland, of things you remember the most, its mountains and its valleys, its islands and its coast. Paint me a picture of Ireland, of things that your memory still holds, something to show my grandchildren, a glimpse of the green, white and gold. lay dying, with his grandchildren all round his bed. He wants to tell them a story about the picture there over his head. My grandfather painted it for me when I was much younger than you. This is where he came from, and this is where your roots are too. This is a picture of Ireland, of things that he talked of the most. Its mountains and its valleys, its islands and its coast. This is a picture of Ireland, of stories that he often told. He was so proud to be Irish, wrapped up in the green, white and gold. He was so proud to be Irish, wrapped up in the green, white and gold. Great song, Kathleen, isn't it?
It is a great one.
Like
I think people are having problems. It's skipping with them.
Is it skipping with you? Or?
It doesn't seem to be.
Not a storm here a couple of days ago, unless that's reduced our bandwidth capacity. Not sure. Okay. Just a big shout out again, once again, to my sister Anne. She may have dropped out earlier, Kathleen, was it? Or
No, you did a second song for her.
what's the moral of the story?
She missed her request.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anne. Happy birthday to you. Forgot to sing happy birthday to Michelle earlier today.
Oh, yeah,
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michelle. Happy birthday to you. Okay, we'll do a song. Someone's requesting one of my own songs, Kathleen, yeah?
Yeah.
Ilona?
Yeah.
We'll move the songs a little bit, and what will I put in, Kathleen? Moving on, maybe?
Yeah, you could do that.
This is one I wrote almost 10 years ago, and I started writing it actually in, I think, Tom Kennedy's house, Kathleen, did I? Paddy's, I think I did.
You could do that.
Finished it off when I came home. It's a bit of a autobiographical song. Is that the right word? Called Moving On, and that's what I called my last album, and songs on it. And here goes, especially for Ilona. First we came into this world, dependent we were born. Our mother nursed and nourished us for people to adorn. From a little tiny baby, we started soon to grow. Alertness soon developing, our space we'd underglow. Moving on throughout our lives to fulfill our dreams is what living is about, at least that's what it seems. If you've contentment, health and love, well then your soul is blessed. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. As we move on through our childhood, we continue for to learn. striving for good things in life, for success we yearn. Confused and sometimes wondering what life is all about, and things that can confront us will often cast a doubt. Moving on throughout our lives to fulfill our dreams is what living is about, at least that's what it seems. If you've contentment, health and love, well then your soul is blessed. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. Then it's time to find a partner to live with and to love, someone that's compatible and fits just like a glove. It's not as easy as it seems, but build on what you've got. For trust and care and honesty, you must give it your best shot. Moving on throughout our lives to fulfill our dreams, it's what living is about, at least that's what it seems. If you've contentment, health and love, well then your soul is blessed. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. Soon the children come along and change your way of life. They must fit in somewhere between you and your wife. They will sometimes try and test you to your patience in. You wouldn't change a thing about them as they become your friend. Moving on throughout our lives to fulfill our dreams, it's what living is about, at least that's what it seems. If you've contentment, health and love, well then your soul is blessed. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. Growing old is part of life, with this you must contend. Your given time upon this earth will reach its fated end. So do the best you can in life until you're called away. Tomorrow it may never come, so live life for today. Moving on throughout our lives to fulfill our dreams, it's what living is about, at least that's what it seems. If you've contentment, health and love, well then your soul is blessed. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. And we'll send that one out to Garrod Cronin, whose birthday today, Kathleen, or
I think it was
around now.
just-
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Garrod. Happy birthday to you. That came from Liz Armstrong, and I hope you had a good one, or will have a good one, Garrod. And big shout out as well to Gully up there in Iceland, if he's looking in.
Yes.
And thank you
on
so
board.
much, Gully, for your lovely work. I'm going to put it on my profile, on my I post it after. Gully made two beautiful pieces for us, and we have some of Iceland in our house, Kathleen.
We sure have.
Forevermore, we'll treasure them and we'll put them on a special place in our house. Gully, thank you very, very much. And we'll send the next song out to you, Gully, and this one is from the writing of Phil Coulter, and it's a great old song about the mining The Molly Maguires were involved with mining and workers, and they were fairly tough men. Best thing for you to do is, if you want to find out about them, is look it up, because it'll take me too long to tell you. And the facts might be a bit skewed, Kathleen. My memory is starting to fail. Well, sorry, it's starting to get worse. It was always poor enough. But anyway. Especially when it came to special days. How am I doing on the special days, Kathleen?
You're doing
It's
very
only
well.
40 years.
40, yeah.
Yeah. Do I ever forget your birthday?
No, not
Or
yet.
anniversary?
No.
Not yet. You don't hold out much hope, do you?
No, you've been very good so far.
And you've been very good. We're talking about 40 years in a couple of weeks' time, aren't we?
Yeah, the 14th of March.
And your birthday is falling on the Saturday night, I think, or is it?
No, mine is on the
One
Monday.
after Sunday, is it?
Yeah, the week before.
And March, I think I'm playing in Kenmare on the 5th of March. Is that the first gig?
You are doing the 4 days, yeah.
Yeah, and Foley's on the 5th of March. 5th to 12th, 5 and 7 is 12 and 7. 19th,
And you're paying for yourself
I'm
as well.
playing for my own birthday on the 19th of March. There's no rest for the wicked. And I'll have to sing happy birthday to myself that night, Kathleen. Hey?
Why not?
This one is for you, Gully. Make way for the Molly Maguires. They're drinkers, they're liars, but they're men. Make way for the Molly Maguires. You'll never see the likes of them again. Down the mines, no sunlight shines. Those pits, they're black as hell. In mud and slime, they do their time. It's Paddy's prison cell. Oh, they curse the day they travel far, drown their tears in a jar. So make way for the Molly Maguires. They're drinkers, they're liars, but they're men. Make way for the Molly Maguires. You'll never see the likes of them again. Backs will break and muscles ache. Down there, there's no time to dream of fields and farms. A woman's arms just dig that bloody sea. Though they drain their bodies underground, who dare to push them around? So make way for the Molly Maguires. They're drinkers, they're liars, but they're men. Make way for the Molly Maguires. You'll never see the likes of them again. So make way for the Molly Maguires. They're drinkers, they're liars, but they're men. Make way for the Molly Maguires. You'll never see the likes of them again. They shatter your eardrums there.
Almost.
I put moving on instead, Kathleen, what do you think?
That's perfect. Absolutely.
I'm trying to, we're having a meeting on the fly here with my manager. And I think the next one is worth singing, Kathleen, because Phil Coulter was invited back to his native city of Derry to perform a concert in memory of Bloody Sunday. And this song is probably epitomises what happened when the Troubles began in 1969. And this song again was written in 1971, before Bloody Sunday. So he, as a native of Derry, he obviously saw what was coming down the road, and he was right. And the song is an anti-war song called "The Town I Loved So Well." He had left his native city of Derry and returned. It had turned into a battlefield. And this is one of my favourite songs. People often ask you what's your favourite song, and the one after this is another one of my favourite songs. It's hard to pick one individual song out because they all
There's so many.
yeah, and they give us different, I suppose what would you call it, there's different aspects in songs, of course, and stories, types of songs. Anyway, The Town I Love So Well, as I said, one of my favourite songs of all. And that last song was written by Phil Coulter as well, the Molly Maguires, and we wish him a very happy 80th birthday. In my memory, I will always see the town that I have loved so well, where our school played ball by the gas yard wall, and we laughed through the smoke and the smell, going home in the rain, running up the dark lane, past the jail and down behind the fountain. Those were happy days in so many ways, in the town I loved so well. In the early morning, the church factory horn called women from Cliffs, the moor and the bog, while the men on the dole played a mother's role, fed the children and then trained the dog. But when times got tough, there was just about enough, but they saw it through without complaining, for deep inside was a burning pride for the town I loved so well. There was music there in the dairy air, in the language that we all could understand. I remember the day that I earned my first pay, when I played in a small pickup band. There I spent my youth, and to tell you the truth, I was sad to leave it all behind me, for I'd learned about life and I'd found a wife in the town I loved so well. But when I returned, how my eyes they have burned, to see how a town could be brought to its knees by the armoured cars and the bombed out bars, and the gas that hangs on to every breeze. Now the army's installed by that old gas yard wall, and the damned barbed wire gets higher and higher. with their tanks and their guns. Oh my God, what have they done to the town I loved so well? Now the music's gone, they carry on, for their spirits been bruised, never broken. They will not forget, but their hearts are set on tomorrow and peace once again. For what's done is done, and what's won is won, and what's lost is lost and gone forever. I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in the town I loved so well. What an epic song. Thank you for the Coulter, and happy birthday once again for all those fantastic songs. We'll sing two more with Phil's before we close. And we're heading into song number 14, Kathleen, out of 19. So
Getting there.
we normally do 19, including the banjo tune. Next song is a song I've been meaning to learn with a long time. I'm nearly there, Kathleen, aren't I?
You are.
It's a song, one of my favourite songs of all time. And I invite you to look up the Stan Rogers' own version of this song, because for a studio version in particular, his delivery is astounding.
Yes.
And this one is a beautiful song he wrote, sad song, about the White Squall up in the Great Lakes. And apparently in the Great Lakes, these white squalls come from nowhere. It doesn't matter what size the boat is, it takes it under, or it may capsize it or semi-capsize it, and lots of lives lost. And the next song after this also is a sea song, and I send this one out to Heather C. Reid and her mom. And I invite you to close your eyes on this one, and there's no need to be looking at me, but listen to the lyrics. And it's a stupendous song. I'll do my best to do it reasonable justice. And just one more point, if one of you could tell me or tell us if you're getting it uninterrupted, that means the problem is not on our side.
A lot of them are getting uninterrupted, they're fine.
Uninterrupted. If it's uninterrupted, it's
Yeah.
been broadcast from here correctly, and Facebook push it out after that. So that's just to clear that up, just in case it's our connection, because we need to know going forward, in case we need to tell someone about it. Anyway, this one's called White Squall, and look it up when you go off tonight or tomorrow or the next week or so. Stan, there's two beautiful versions. One is the studio and the other is at a festival in Canada. And I'll do my best to do it justice. And it's one of those songs you can visualize to the detail. I think you can, Kathleen. And one of the words you told me, Kathleen, to be pretty good and clear about, and you're correct. It's a place called Wharton in Canada. Just in case you're wondering what it means. And so let's go. See, this is the first time, folks, I've sang it for anyone, so forgive me if I mess it up a bit. Now it's just my luck to have the watch, but nothing left to do but watch the deadly waters glide as we roll north to the Sioux. And I wonder when they'll turn again and pitch us to the rail, and we're off one more youngster in the gale. The kid was so damn eager It was all so big and new. You never had to tell him twice or find him work to do. And evenings on the mess deck, he was always first to sing and show us pictures of the girl he'd wed in spring. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They'll go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wharton girl lies staring at the wall. Her lover's gone into a white squall. Now it's a thing that us old-timers know in the sultry summer calm. There comes a blow from nowhere and it goes off like a bomb, and a 15,000-tonner can be thrown upon her beam, while the gale takes all before it with a scream. The kid was on the hatches, lying staring at the sky, and from where I stood, I swear I could see tears fall from his eyes. But I hadn't the heart to tell him that he should be on a line, even on a night so warm and fine. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They'll go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. Tonight some red-eyed Wharton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. When it struck, he sat up with a start. I roared to him, get down, but for all that he could hear, I could as well not made a sound. So I clung there to the stanchions, and I felt my face go pale as he crawled hand over hand along the rail. I could feel her keeling over with the fury of the blow, and I watched the rail go under, then so terrible and slow. Then like some great dog she shook herself and roared upright again. Far overside I heard him call my name. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They'll go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. For tonight some red-eyed Wharton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. So it's just my luck to have to watch, with nothing left to do, but watch the deadly waters rise as we roll north to the Sioux. And I wonder when they'll turn again and pitch us to the rail, and whirl off one more youngster in the gale. But I tell these kids 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wharton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. Okay. I felt that one, Kathleen.
Oh yeah, it is a beautiful, it's a powerful one.
As we're on the subject of maritime stuff, next one was written by Phil Coulter. He lost some of his family in in water tragedies, should I say. I think there was two, I think, inland water tragedies. He lost two of his family members, to my knowledge. And this song he wrote, and Liam Clancy was the singer of the definitive version, and about the lifeboats and great work they do, and saving people who are in trouble at sea. And we send this one out to all the seafarers and all our friends down Ballycotton and Courtmacsherry, Castletown Bear, Killybegs, anywhere there's a lifeboat, be it, it's normally the RNLI, and anyway, written by the great Phil Coulter. We also send it out to Eileen O'Mahony. I know she likes this one. On a cold winter's night, with the storm at its height, the lifeboat answered the call. They pitched and they tossed, till they thought we were lost, as we watched by the harbour wall. The night was pitch black, there was no turning back, for someone was waiting out there. But each volunteer had to live with his fear, as they joined in a silent prayer. Carry us home, home, home from the sea. Angels of mercy, answer our plea, and carry us home, home, home from the sea. Carry us safely home from the sea. As they battled their way past the mouth of the bay, it was blowing like never before. As they gallantly fought, every one of them thought of loved ones back on the shore. Then a flicker of light, they knew they were right. There she was on the crest of a wave. She's an old fishing boat, she's barely afloat. Please God, there are souls we can save, and carry them home, home, home from the sea. Angels of mercy, answer our plea, and carry them home, home, home from the sea. Carry them safely home from the sea. And back in the town, in the street that runs down to the sea and the harbour wall, they had gathered in pairs at the foot of the stairs to wait for the radio call. And just before dawn, when all hope was gone, came a hush and a faraway sound. 'Twas the coxswain, he roared, all survivors on board, thank God, and we're homeward bound. Carry them home, home, home from the sea. Angels of mercy, answer our plea, and carry them home, home, home from the sea. Carry them safely home from the sea. Home, home, home from the sea. Angels of mercy, answer her plea and carry us home, home, home from the sea. Carry us safely home from the sea. Great song. Happy birthday, Phil Coulter. We'll do one more from Phil's pen. It's called Hand Me Down Me Bible, a big hit for the Dubliners in the 70s. And I love this one, Kathleen. It's a rollicking song, and Luke used to do such a great job on it. I wish I could play the banjo and guitar together. Let's go. Oh, glory, oh, I'm the Lord's disciple. Oh, glory, oh, hand me down my Bible. I lack my liquor and living hard. May the Lord save my soul. My salvation was the turn of the card. My heart's as black as coal. But everybody's got the right to go wrong. Everybody's got to sing my song. Everybody's got the right to go wrong. Sing my song, sing my song. Let's go. Oh, oh, glory, oh, now I'm the Lord's disciple. Hand me down my Bible. I don't give a damn for any man, 'cause all the world can see. Time has come to make a stand. Whoa! Shine your light on me. Come on, people, let your life begin. Come on now, let the sun shine in. Come on, people, let your life begin. Let it in. Let it in, let it in. Let's go. Oh, oh, glory, oh, now I'm the Lord's disciple. Oh, oh, glory, oh, hand me down my Bible. I like my liquor and living hard. May the Lord save my soul. My salvation was the turn of the card. My heart's as black as coal. But everybody's got the right to go wrong. Everybody's got to sing my song. Everybody's got the right to go wrong. Sing my song, sing my song. Disciple. Oh, glory, oh, hand me down my Bible. One more time. Oh, glory, oh, now I'm the Lord's disciple. Oh, glory, oh, hand me down my Bible. Thank you, Phil, for those beautiful songs. And okay, we've 3 left, Kathleen. We'll do them all, if you're willing to stay, folks. And we had a very stormy few days there, and I went on my first flight since COVID struck us, and over to UK, and we just escaped the storm on a couple of Ryanair flights. Actually, the one going over was a little more bumpy, and a bit of aquaplaning on the runway and stuff. But those 737-800s, but they're robust machines, and we're back safe and sound, Kathleen, to you.
Absolutely, thankfully.
So bring it on, as I say. Hopefully we can travel a little bit more this year, and we're hoping to book flights to the United States for September, and we'll be staying down south for this one, and hopefully we'll get back to New England, and we're thinking of going to Nova Scotia and Newfoundland in the next trip, and staying up around the East Coast and States and some of Canada as well, and we'll be finalising some of the stuff over the next few weeks, folks, and we'll let you know what's happening. Leaving on a jet plane, Kathleen, can you wait?
No.
Get those bags down, Kathleen. Oh, my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. Standing here outside your door. Hate to wake you up to say goodbye. Dawn is breaking, it's early morn. Taxi's waiting, he's blowing his horn. Already I'm so lonesome I could die. So kiss me and smile from me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate you go. So many times I've played around, so many times I've let you down. I tell you now, they don't mean a thing. Every place I go, I think of you. Every song I sing for you. When I come back, I'll bring your wedding ring. Kiss me and smile from me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate you go. Now the time's come to leave you. One more time, let me kiss you. Close your eyes and I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come. I won't have to be alone. About the times I won't have to say. So kiss me and smile from me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate you go. Why? 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate you go. I have to go. Bring it on. And I'd like to say hello to Billy and Heidi Nevins. They're loyal listeners and watchers, and thank you so much, Billy and Heidi. And also big hello to our Dutch friends, to Betchild and Edwin and Waylon over there in the Netherlands. And hopefully we'll have news in the next few weeks, folks, about our trip to the United States. And we'll be basing ourselves in North Carolina, so hello to all our friends in North Carolina. Have we got some looking in, Kathleen?
We have.
Where are they?
Tammy was looking in.
Margaret.
I think she's gone hiking by her Facebook page. She's gone hiking.
Okay, that's the way to do it. But there are two numbers to mention. We got so many good friends down there, and just in contact with our host Tony Deal today. So we're gonna work stuff out, as they say. Okay, Tom Coughlin and all our Carolina friends, and that includes the great Uwe and Jens Kruger and Joel Landsberg and Jody on percussion. What a great ensemble. And this was written by Uwe, as I mentioned before, when they arrived, and they were so welcomed in United States, in Carolina, in the fall. All the places I have been to, all the things that I have seen, since I left my home to wander when I was just 15. Though the traveling was easy, still sometimes the road got rough, and by the time that I turned 35, I thought I'd seen enough. But for me to settle down a while was not what God had planned. So one more time I left my home with my suitcase in my hand. Though the journey took me far and wide across the deep blue sea, and now I know since I've been there where I was meant to be. And I've seen sunsets on the ocean, I've seen the desert bloom, drove the endless highways beneath the prairie moon. Yet the picture in my mind I see when I think about it all is the color of the leaves in Carolina in the fall. Now for 30 years I've sang the songs that Doc has taught to me, and the things that he would sing about I never dreamed I'd see. In the hills of Carolina, folks have opened up the door, and for the first time in my life I'm not a stranger anymore. And I've seen sunsets on the ocean, seen the desert bloom, drove the endless highways beneath the prairie moon. Yet the picture in my mind I see when I think about it all is the color of the leaves in Carolina in the fall. The picture in my mind I see when I think about it all is the color of the leaves in Carolina in the fall. you so much, folks. Thank you for looking in this evening. We'll be back again, I think, is it next Saturday? Next Saturday night, because I'm playing in Ballincollig on Sunday, I think. Isn't that right? I'm almost certain, Kathleen.
I'm not certain.
It will be Saturday, but we'll keep you posted during the week.
You'll be pretty up anyway. So.
And thank you again, once again, for looking in. We appreciate your support. It makes our lives very enjoyable. Kathleen, thank you for curating the camera behind the scenes there.
Not a problem. I'm enjoying it.
It's very complicated, Kathleen, isn't it? All that equipment you're using.
Oh, very complicated. It's
Can't
very
really
hard.
show anyone in case it's what's it to say, intellectual property, isn't it? Anyway, this one has been our anthem since almost the beginning, and suggested by the great friend of mine, Dave Sheehan, out there in Kildorrery, and all his family. Dave, of course, knew or knows that I'm a big Pete Seeger fan, and this was one that was co-written by Pete not too long before he passed away. Anyway, folks, until next week, stay safe, stay well. Thank you for your company. We appreciate it so much. Thank you all. When we look and we see things are not what they should be, God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Now when we look and we see things are not what they should be, God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. When there's big problems to be solved, let's get everyone involved. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. When there's big problems to be solved, let's get everyone involved. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. Now don't give up, don't give in, working together we all can win. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Now don't give up, don't give in, working together we all can win. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. It's time to turn things around, trickle up, not trickle down. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Let's go. It's time to turn things around, trickle up, not trickle down. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. Now when we sing with younger folks, we can never give up hope. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. When we sing with younger folks, we can never give up hope. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. Good night, folks. Thank you so much.